Hello and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 on the Survival Series. Right, so it is September. We jumped quite a bit from the last episode on here. And as you can tell, I have chopped the garden again. So I've made the garden all tidy before I get the mower out. Yeah, just give it a quick clean up. I think it looks a lot better when I do that, I have to say. It's quite picturesque. Right, so you've probably noticed as well, we've got ourselves a nice trailer. It's not brand new. Did get it in the used sales market, so I actually recorded that, so I'll show you that now. So as you can probably tell now, we've got it at a really good price, and yeah, this is what we've ended up with. It's a little bit bigger. I was after around 40,000 litres, but it's about close to 30, so we have increased, but the main thing is we're going to have two trailers on the go now. So when we do sell the silage, we can do one ourselves, or we could even do two as auto drive and get it looping around. It's going to make things a lot quicker. It's going to reduce the time we need to do that in by 50% really, in effect. So it's definitely a pretty good purchase, and as you can tell, it's perfect for the landing. Just about pulls it. So we probably want to drop this down now, and we'll go park it up, get it sitting somewhere. It is much bigger than the current trailer we've got, so it is a bit of an upgrade. So there's a few things I want to do in this episode. In fact, there's quite a lot of stuff we need to try and get through. With it jumping all the way up to September, we didn't really have anything to do in that period. I've done quite a bit of logging to try and make the money up. I was around 40,000 before I bought this trailer, so I did pretty well. We have got another trailer load to take up in this episode, so we'll do that soon. But we want to try as well and start mowing the grass again, because it's that time again when it's ready, and if we can pretty much just set it going as soon as possible, I'd say with Courseplay, what we can do is we can do some baling near the end of the episode after I've done a few other things. I am going to try and get the cows in this episode. It's going to be tight, but I think we might just get the money we need, fingers crossed. So what I'm quickly going to do is I'm going to hook this up to the trailer with the logs on ready to sell. There is a few more. I have chopped down quite a lot of trees over here, so we'll just leave that there. This is the remaining amount that we need to take. You can see that it has gone forward quite a bit from this track, and this is now going to be the start of our root crop field. It's not going to be massive, but we are going to try and branch it out, probably down in that direction a bit more. And then if we do need to build anything going forward, we can always go in this direction and loop round the back, if you can imagine that, of the root crop field. So let's say the root crop field goes from that track, preferably to around about maybe here. I think that's big enough for a root crop field where we are. We can't do anything too big because of the equipment size that we're going to aim for. Really, it's not going to be massive. It costs a lot to get anything bigger than that. I'm hoping to just find some cheap old school kind of style equipment. I have found a few things online. There is some good potato mainly mods, so we might have to look at doing potatoes, but the main thing is we're going to have the chance at least to do some root crops. So before we get on to selling that, we're going to go and get this hooked up to the mower. We're going to set it up in the field so it can start working. Right, so there we go. That's all set up. It's going to start on the centre of the field first, and then we're going to finish on the headland. We're going to do two headland passes, then we'll get the windrow out and we'll get that set up, save that course, and then baler can follow along, or if we have time we can jump in. I'm hoping we do, but at least that's working on that currently. So talking about the corn as well, you can see that we're getting really close now. It is in its final growth stage, so next month, October time, we'll be harvesting the corn. You can see that it's a much bigger crop than we're used to, and it's nice to actually do something a little bit different for once. Not really entirely sure why I've always kind of gone with the grains and moved over and missed out on stuff like that, but we are trying to mix things up a bit. So we don't want to tip this. It will tip quite easily, this trailer. So we'll head up to the sawmill and we'll get this sold. I'm hoping we get some good cash for it, and we have got another source of income as well. So I was on about in the last episode about the butcher. We've left it at the store because I couldn't remember how much we paid for it. It didn't seem right, but it is actually spot on. I think we bought it for 27,000 around that last time. And I do mention in that video as well that I was trying to get it on offer, so in the sale, but it never came round to it being in the sale, so I ended up just paying the money out. So to get around what they were offering, which I think was 24,000, is probably spot on for something that we've only used just the once. Maintenance is quite high on it, and the hours are quite low because we did buy it brand new, so it just makes sense really now. So I'm happy to sell that and get that money back, which is obviously going to give us a helping hand because we need to try and generate just under 60,000 to get 35 cows at a milking age. So we've just made 9,500. So we're going to be just around where we need to be. It's going to be really close, and it's probably not going to leave us with much money, but because we are doing the logs, we might just make this. We've got to try and leave some cash left for when we try and do more courseplay work, auto drive work, especially now in the fields, in the grass field. So we need to leave some cash for that. But I think if we have about £1,000, I think we can make do with that, because we have got some more logs to sell and a few trees to cut up, and I've been just steadily going through them as and when I get the chance. And I've done pretty well. I mean, I think this is the third load I've taken, and we've got not a full load there, but we've got some, and we've obviously got some trees that I've already chopped down. We're going to chop down a few more, probably another row of trees at least. So it's going to leave us with some good money as well. And we've got everything now. We've got the corn header, we've got the trailer. It's going to help with silage and with the corn, really, if we needed to use that. So I think when it comes to purchasing, we're doing pretty well. So what we'll do now is we'll jump up to the butcher that's sitting at the store. There it is, and we'll get this sold. So as you can see, it's 22,000. So it's not 24, 22,000. So it has left us a little bit shy of what we need. And I do want to get them all. I'm thinking just maxing out. I know we could save money by letting them reproduce, but it's going to take so long for them to reproduce and then get to the age as well where they need to start milking. I mean, we don't need really for them to get to... I think if we bought them at the middle age, it might actually allow us to milk. I just need to check the age of them. So let's quickly just run over and have a look at this. So we're going to go with brown Swiss this time. There's 1,100 here, and these are at 12 months. So if I remember this rightly, at 12 months, which is the age of them, they start producing milk. So I don't think we actually need to go to the 18 months, not because that's for breeding, and we don't really need them to breed because we're going to max them out. So yeah, it makes more sense to do this. It's going to save us a lot of money. So we're going to buy 35 of these right now, and we should start producing milk. And there we go. So we're maxed out. How much better does that look? Having a full pasture of cows. They're quite loud. They're obviously happy to be here. We need to look at the feed. I've got a little bit in there, but I'm guessing if we just have a quick look and just see how they're getting on. We're full on water, and we have got enough feed. But what we'll do is I'll start filling that up now with a bit of hay. I mean, we have got silage, straw, and hay sitting over here. So maybe it's about time we have a look at a feed mixer. Because TMR is the way to maximise on getting the most amount of milk. So, thinking about it, we haven't actually got straw. We sold it all. So, we can still make TMR without straw, though. It can still be done. As long as you mix silage and hay the right way, you can still get TMR. And if we wanted to, we could top it up with a bit of the mineral additive that you can buy. But preferably, we're going to need some straw because it does make the cost of feed, well, TMR especially, reduced. So if you use more straw, it kind of reduces the cost in general. We've got a lot of silage obviously sitting in the bunker, but we are doing some more silage bales now. We can keep another 5 if we needed to, depending on how quick they get through that. I mean, 35 cows, I guess they consume a moderate amount, really. It's not going to be massive, but it will be moderate. So we need to probably take that into account and make some more hay as well at some point. Because I think 3 bales of hay is definitely not going to be enough, even if we get silage. So it's something I think we should tackle soon. Getting a feed mixer, and then obviously making a bit more silage to keep, which we can do soon anyway. And then we can also try and keep a bit of hay. All the silage in the bunker we're going to sell, because that's the aim of that. Try and make us some cash. But I think it is a good time to get a feed mixer. So why don't we have a look in here first off to see what's on offer. You never know. Got a nice bale there, but we don't need one of them. We can see how much a small feed mixer will cost. Now this is in order of the cheapest to the highest. So left to right, cheapest on the left. So liquid tanks that are obviously the least when it comes to pricing the item in here. But if we go through, we can see the first feed mixer is this one for 9,000, and I actually think that's not too bad. It's old 12,000 litres, so I think we can afford that quite easily. So there's nothing stopping us getting a feed mixer at some point. Then we move up to this one that actually holds the exact same volume. It's a little bit small, so probably easier to drive around, but it's obviously a lot more. It's £10,000 more, so that is a good option. It'd be nice to have a barn that holds some slurry or even manure, to be honest. But at least we get milk, and that's the main thing. But I think I'll leave them for a bit. We've definitely got water here, and we've also got enough feed just to tie them over for a bit. We're not going to get the maximum milk, though, unfortunately. So we're going to have to sort that out as soon as possible. But I think we haven't really got much hay currently anyway to worry about that. We could get the feed mixer. We could. We've got money spare now because we didn't spend all that. We've got more logs. I mean, there's nothing stopping us. We've got, obviously, the corn that's going to come in. We've even got the silage in January that we're going to sell. If we have a quick look over here as well, we can just get a head round when we're going to be selling the corn, because if I remember, it's pretty much, yeah, so December time, and then January we're going to be selling the silage. So it's all going to be around the same time, so it might be a good idea to buy that feed mixer. I'm just trying to think whether to do it now or leave it for a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'll do it now. I'll get the feed mixer. I'll bring it down to the farm. We'll do a feed mix, a TMR. At least that's sorted out and we can start maximising straight away on the milk that we're producing right now. Right, so, bit of an update. It's been about 15 minutes in game, and what I've done is I did purchase it. I brought it back to the farm, and then I realised there was an issue with it. So, main reason we've not gone and bought the feed mix we wanted was because, well, we couldn't even add feed into it. So there's obviously an issue with that mod. Another thing as well, I think it might actually be too big, which is a bit of a saving grace for us, but I think it might be too big to get into the cow barn anyway, by the feeding trough. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell this, and we need to get at least 3,000 for this now. Fingers crossed. This is the remaining logs that I had, and that's perfect. So what we can do now is go buy the other one, which was the smaller one, so it should turn better and hopefully get into the feeding area, or else we're pretty much going to be in a tricky situation, because I think the one we're after is probably one of the smallest ones you can find. So here we are with our new purchase, and I think this is much more suited to that feeding trough. As you can see, it is quite small, it really is, so it's going to work, hopefully. It's hopefully going to work, should I say, a lot better. So I guess first thing we need to do is we need to turn it on. It'd be good as well if I can get up the feeding mixing ratio whilst I'm not in the vehicle, but I think it should just show up anyway without the F1 menu. I'm sure they changed that. So we'll find out, I'm guessing. We're going to jump into the JCB anyway. Right, so this is why I got all these attachments in the previous episode. We can now use the joeys to drop in hopefully the right amount here. So we're going to pick up a hay bale first and hope that we can just do, because we've only got 12,000. This is 4.5. I think the silage bales might be 3.5 with the bale that we have. So we might need to double up on hay here, which is the main reason I said we've not got enough hay. I do like to preferably put more hay in than silage. So if we back it off now, drop that in. So we do need the F1 menu up, which is strange. I'm sure they changed that, so you didn't. But we'll find out. Yeah, it does stay there, but you need the F1 menu up. So let's first go get another silage bale, and we'll see where we're at. We might need to just drop in a little bit of extra hay on top of it. We're going to have to get that one now. For some reason, it did that. At least it stayed in place. So silage is never going to be a thing. It's never going to be a problem for us. We're going to make quite a bit in this episode, and then as soon as we get the chance, we will do some hay. So let's just have a quick look to see where we're going to be at. You can see that it's pretty much spot on, but we do need another 4,000. So I think we may as well stick in. Well, we're not going to stick the whole thing in, but we'll stick in a hay bale. Leave us with 500 left in the bale, and if we just hover it over the top, it'll be perfectly fine. And I'm hoping it stays within the ratio. I mean, it's already quite high. We might need to juggle this a little bit now. So we're getting close. Can't go over that line. So there you go, it's still in, perfect. Probably a little bit more hay than I'd normally like to do, but it'll do the job. At least we've got some TMR for the cows, so on their first day they're going to get fed the best stuff, which should give us the maximum amount of milk, which is always a good thing. So turn the mixer off, because this Hurleyman really does struggle with anything at the moment. I feel like I'm so used to the Landini now that this Hurleyman, it really does struggle with anything attached to it. You can tell that it's only got around 90 horsepower, and I think we are starting to move to the medium-sized tractor equipment nowadays. So what we're going to do is we're going to back this in, because I think it's going to be a lot easier to do it if we just reverse. So we'll start from here. Just notice that cow's head sticking through the side of that panel, which is a bit strange. So I'm thinking if we just try and angle it, I mean it's coming from the left hand side, so that's, if we angle it from this side and try and back it up, at some point we might get the trigger. There you go. So that just about worked. So I'm not sure if it'd work on the other trailer, so on the other feed mixer, sorry. So we are pretty lucky there, but that has worked pretty well. So let's have a look now just to make sure everything's going up. You can see that it is, and they are producing milk. We're at 3 litres, so let the money roll in on milk. It's not too bad. We are on hard difficulty, but milk is still a really good earner on hard difficulty. Maximum price, as you saw there, is 7.5. Well, 757. We are pretty close to that, but we could try and build it up and try and sell all the milk in December time, when we're pretty much selling everything in December, January time, so it makes sense to hold it until that time. We've also got a few pallets of wool now. I think we're at 3, so best time to sell wool would be in April, so we'll hold that back as well, and we'll try to sell 3 pallets of that. So that's not bad at all. So let's just have a look. It's completely empty. We may as well just switch her off and leave her in here. But there we go. 35 milking cows, happy as Larry, living the dream in their new pasture, and we're obviously making, hopefully, quite a bit of money from them. So I think the best thing now for us in the video is to try and help and complete the task of the silage. But before we do that, it's that time again when I talk about the Discord member of the month and the pictures. So first, I want to start off by giving a massive shout out to Trainsman, who's been voted the Discord member of the month. Now this guy has been helpful all the time in chat. He really is quite knowledgeable about Farming Simulator, the game. Seems like he's got a lot of experience, and I've seen a lot of questions that have been asked that he's jumped straight onto and answered and helped so many people. And I think because of that, he was voted member of the month. So really do appreciate that. Thanks for helping everyone out. Thanks for being so open to people that are at all stages. So they could be completely new to the game, or someone that's quite experienced and played it for back in FS15 days or whatever. He's there helping everyone out. So I really do appreciate that. It's a massive shout out to Tradesman. So now let's talk about the pictures then. So these pictures are from May. So what happens at the end of May, we all obviously take a vote on the best top 3 pictures that have been shared in the Discord. Normally about the 15th then of the next month, it gets announced in Discord who the top 3 were. We assign the roles, same for the member of the month, and then at some point after that I try and throw it in a video as a bit of a shout out and just to show you as the viewer what's going on of other people playing the game and how they share their pictures, because it's not just me playing this game, obviously everyone else is too, and I just like to just show something back in my videos of everyone else and what they're doing as well. So let's talk about these pictures. So in third place, what we've got here is a picture that was shared by Kala Psycho. Hopefully I've pronounced that right. I think it's Kala Psycho. It's a picture of a fence, but it's really nice, like close up. It's kind of got that point of view look to it. So this picture was voted by quite a few people. It was one of my picks as well. I just really like it. It's quite simplistic, but it has a massive impact, and I just love the fence in its black colour and the way it's obviously just looks a bit angry. It's a really good picture, this is. So in second place is a picture that was shared by Legion. Really nice scenic view. It's got the nice sky, sun coming through the clouds. Nice. It looks like, I don't know what the map is, but it looks really nice with the mountains in the background and the trees. And it looks to me like he's cultivating. I think he's going through there, cultivating in the field. Again, this was voted for by quite a few people from the moderator team and the admin team in the Discord. And I have to say it's a really nice picture. So thanks for sharing this one. And then finally, we've got a winner, and not just a winner for the first time, this is a winner for the second time. TW Agri shared this, and I think he's shared so many pictures that have actually just looked like real life. They are stunning, and you can't deny that this picture looks amazing. It's a class harvester with that sunset. I'm going to say sunset on this one, looking over, just hitting the side of the class harvester as it's going through the field, and I have to say it's an absolutely outstanding picture. Big shout out to TW Agri as well for again becoming the screenshot pro for the month. So thanks for sharing. If anyone also would like to jump into the Discord and share some pictures, links in the video description, and then you can jump in and share some of your pictures from the game. I also want to mention some multiplayer servers that I've got running currently in the Discord. So if you're interested in doing any multiplayer, I've got a server that's set up on Calmsden, and it's called a realistic server. So we're playing the game and trying to be as realistic as possible. So we've got no auto drive in there, we've got no course play. Everyone that's helping each other out, it's got to be a real person. There's no auto load in trailers and anything like that. So if that sounds like your cup of tea and you want to try and play as realistic as possible, come jump into the Discord server. All the information's in there, all the mods are in there that you need to. There's a link to download all the mods in one package. Anyone can join. You don't have to be a member of the channel, you don't have to be anything at all. You can just jump in whenever you want and help out. The server holds 16 players. There's always a few spaces there and room for players to join in. If you jump into the Discord, one of the moderators or the admins can help you out and direct you. But like I said, it's free for anyone to jump in and play anytime they want. I've also got a second server as well that's running, and it's just specialised for a logging map. So we're currently running a logging map. We've got a few multiplayer admins as well that specialise in logging. That's their go-to style of play on Farming Simulator. They prefer the logging style, so we thought we'd try something new and do a logging map. So if you're into that kind of style of gameplay as well, and you're not into more the agricultural side or even the arable side of things, then that might be perfect for you as well. So again, jump into Discord, admin or a moderator can help you out and direct you in the right place. Right, so I think it's about time we get to work on this grass field. It's all mowed up. I've now got the John Deere with the windrow attached. Set up a course that I've saved, so if we do want for courseplay to take over and do the baling side of things, we can do. But I am actually going to start and do this manually. I've set it going in the centre of the field like I did with the mowing, and it's going to work through and then obviously finish on the headland pass. So let's crack on and get some bales done. So we'll start about here. Doesn't really matter about that bit there, but let's get this started. I'm hoping to get a good amount of bales. I think last time we actually picked up quite a few of them. Now they are only 3,500 litres. It's already filled up. That was quick. Yeah, they are only 3,500 litres, but that's still pretty good. It would be better if we could do the bigger bales, but I think still, at least we're doing some baling. I mean, from where we started, well, we're doing a lot better. Couldn't even get any bales wrapped. The wrapper was the worst part to find and purchase. It really was difficult to get. I think we've made quite a lot of cash since that point. Always get stuck, that baler does. I do like the Mikhail, the F550, but I've noticed that when you're trying to push the bale out of the back, it does react to the door on it as it's closing, unfortunately. Let's watch this now and just see if it does it again. So it drops out and kind of pings it, and then that always happens, so it's not pushing out far enough. Maybe we need to move a little bit forward each time. What have we done? 3 bales already from one pass. Yeah, we're going to get quite a lot of bales in this field. It's going to probably be quite a big job. 90%. So let's turn it off so we get to a good spot to drop this, thinking about the windrow that's going to come past. So there we go. So we're at 100. If we back up a little bit, drop it out, drive forward, and then do it. That's the best bet. Right, so I'll crack on with this now. I'm going to put this on a time lapse because I'm going to try and do all the baling myself, and then we'll set Courseplay in the field to do the wrapping as well. But I'll do this bit on a time lapse, and then we'll have to let Courseplay take over and do the wrapping.
Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. I know man, passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel so alive. As I reach out to the sky. I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
So there we go. We're pretty much done. Not fully done. The wrapping side of things was a little bit problematic. Courseplay can work a treat with that feature, but not with this wrapper. And I've had this before, and I should have remembered really. But yeah, sometimes I guess it's just a few style of wrappers. For some reason, it just aims too far over and it doesn't hit the trigger over here. You want to try and get the bail no further than probably by this wheel. If you get it further that side, it doesn't kind of click in, and the wrapper itself doesn't take the bail. So for some reason, the offset tool doesn't work at all when it comes to the wrapping. So yeah, it's probably better to finish this off manually. It does it, don't get me wrong, it will do it, but it's hit and miss. So sometimes it might aim for a bail, completely miss it, get stuck somewhere, climb over the bail, and eventually it will go to another bail and then it'll work. It's really strange, but it does take a lot longer than it should, just because the courseplay feature doesn't work very well with this style wrapper, unfortunately. But I've actually just done a few of them down the bottom end, so I've wrapped all them ones down there. And we did pretty well. We've got 47 bales on this field. So 47 bales. Each one's 3,500 litres. So I make that around 165,000 litres, I think. So not too bad if we sell them all. But we're probably going to keep 10, maybe 15 of them, just because now we've got the cows that need them. So it makes sense now to keep them. I wonder why. It looks like I'm stuck in that tractor. Yeah, that is actually my character stuck in the tractor still. How strange is that? I've got a clone. Anyway, I think on that note, we'll leave the video there. So thanks for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, because that does help my channel out. And if you're new, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator.